My mentor betrayed me for my billion-dollar invention, and I bought his business and fired him. I burst into the boardroom that fateful morning, my heart pounding like a drum in a storm. There it was, my clean energy AI core, glowing on the giant screen, promising to power cities without a drop of fuel. But Jacob Vale stood at the front, his voice smooth as oil, claiming it as his own. "Ladies and gentlemen, this breakthrough will change the world," he said, his eyes avoiding mine. My name was scrubbed from the slides. The patent papers on the table listed only him. I stepped forward, my voice cracking. "That's my life's work. I created it in your lab, under your guidance." The room went silent. Investors shifted in their seats. Jacob signaled security without a flinch. 2 guards grabbed my arms. "Nick, you're mistaken," he lied, his face a mask of fake concern. I screamed, "You stole it. I trusted you." As they dragged me out, the doors slamming shut, my world crumbled. Years of late nights, skipped meals, and breakthroughs handed over in blind faith all gone. My cheeks burned with humiliation. I felt the cold, indifferent stares of the board members. They had already chosen their side, seduced by the billions Jacob promised. He didn't just steal my work, he stole my identity, my future. But in the hallway, my phone buzzed. Gloria's text lit up the screen. "Nick, I found something that changes everything." My hands shook. What could it be? Hope flickered in the darkness, fragile yet insistent, like a spark in endless night. The air felt heavier, charged with possibility and dread. If you're watching this, subscribe, like, and let me know where you're watching from. The news exploded like a bomb across every screen. Jacob Vale unveils billion-dollar breakthrough. Headlines praised him as a visionary, but my name was erased like I never existed. Online forums lit up with trolls calling me a fraud, a jealous intern who couldn't hack it. I paced my tiny apartment, rage boiling inside. My fists clenched until my knuckles turned white. I smashed my laptop against the wall, shards flying like my shattered dreams. How could he do this? Jacob had been my guide, the man who pulled me from college obscurity and into his elite lab. I gave him everything: ideas, prototypes, trust. Now, he paraded my invention as his empire's crown jewel. My phone buzzed relentlessly with hateful messages, but I ignored them all, lost in a red haze. The betrayal felt physical, a sickness in my gut. Gloria arrived, her face pale, holding a folder. "Look at this," she said, thrusting it into my hands. It was a leaked internal memo from Vale Dynamics. Jacob's own words, forged the signatures. "The kid won't notice." Proof he stole my designs, backdated patents, and cut me out. My stomach twisted. Betrayal stung sharper than any knife. "He thought I was nothing," I whispered, tears mixing with anger. Gloria nodded. "But now we fight back." I stared at the paper, resolve hardening like steel. "Then I'll make him choke on his own empire." This wasn't over. It was just beginning, a storm gathering force in my chest. I opened an encrypted drive on my backup computer, my fingers trembling over the keys. There it was, Project Valiant, the advanced version of my AI core that Jacob didn't know existed. I had kept it hidden, a safety net for what-ifs. Now, it was my weapon. The code scrolled like a lifeline, equations I poured my soul into during sleepless nights. This core could optimize energy grids worldwide, saving billions in costs and cutting pollution. Jacob's stolen version was basic, this was revolutionary. This was the true key, the one I'd held back instinctively, a secret only Gloria knew about. I could rebuild, prove it was mine. But doubt crept in. How, with no lab, no funds? Gloria watched me. "We start small," she said. "Your mind is the real invention." I nodded, firing up simulations. Hours blurred as I tweaked algorithms, feeling the thrill return. This wasn't just tech, it was my redemption. As dawn broke, a mysterious email pinged, "I know what Jacob did to you. Meet me." Signed, Ronan Dax. My pulse raced. Who was he? A trap? Or an ally? I searched his name quickly. Billionaire investor, rival to Jacob. This was the big league, a world of sharks. Opportunity or danger? I closed the drive, heart thumping. Gloria, this could be our break. But fear whispered, what if it's another betrayal? The meeting loomed like a shadow, heavy with unspoken risks and hidden motives. Ronan Dax waited in a dim cafe, his sharp suit cutting through the haze. "Nick Trump," he said, eyes piercing. "Jacob stole your future. I can give it back." He offered funding millions, in secret. "Build your Valiant. But if he knows, he'll crush us." I hesitated, the weight of trust heavy after Jacob's knife in my back. Ronan slid a photo across, Jacob shaking hands with a military official, grins wide. He's not just selling energy tech. He's weaponizing it, drones that think, powered by your core. My blood ran cold. This was my nightmare. My algorithm, designed for sustainable life, was being twisted into an efficient killing machine. The thought made me nauseous. "Why help me?" I asked. Ronan leaned in. "Jacob ruined my partner years ago. This is payback." His plan: fund a shadow company, let me develop Valiant while he gathered dirt on Jacob. It sounded perfect, but doubt nagged. Was he using me? I gripped the table, memories of betrayal flashing. "Deal," I said finally. As we shook hands, Ronan added, "One more thing, he's already pitching to governments." The stakes skyrocketed. My core in weapons? Unthinkable. We parted, my mind racing. This alliance could save me or doom me deeper, into a web of deceit I couldn't escape. I joined forces with Ronan and Dr. Mira Sloan, Jacob's ex-engineer who quit under suspicious clouds. We met in a hidden warehouse, blueprints scattered like war plans. Mira, sharp-eyed and no-nonsense, laid it out: Jacob's playbook is theft. He did this to me, stole my designs, smeared my name. She knew his weaknesses: ego, greed, blind spots, insecurity. "We'll hit him where it hurts," she said. I shared Project Valiant details, and her eyes lit up. "This is better than what he has." Ronan provided funds, Mira, insider knowledge. We formed a tight circle, trust fragile but growing. Late nights turned into strategy sessions, coffee fueling our fire. Mira revealed Jacob's pattern: charm young talents, steal their sparks, discard them. "You're not the first," she whispered. Her story was chillingly similar to mine, a pattern of exploitation he'd perfected. This wasn't just my fight anymore. It was for everyone he'd crushed. As we plotted, Mira pulled out a USB. "Everything he's hiding is in here: emails, forgeries. But if we open it, we're targets. His reach is long." My hand hovered. "Open it, and war begins." Hesitation gripped me. "Do it," I said. Files loaded, secrets spilling. The truth was uglier than imagined, laced with layers of corruption and deceit. We decrypted the drive, and the monster revealed itself. Jacob had twisted my clean energy core into a military drone brain, autonomous killers flying on endless power. Contracts showed billions from shady deals, governments lining up. "He turned something meant to heal into a weapon," I said, voice breaking. Mira nodded grimly. "That's Jacob: profit over people." Ronan paced, fury etched on his face. "We expose this, his empire falls." But the files showed more: bribes, threats, ruined lives. My invention, born from dreams of a better world, now a tool for destruction. Betrayal hit harder, like acid in my veins. I slammed the table. "How could he?" Gloria squeezed my shoulder, her presence a anchor. Because he sees genius as currency. We mapped the changes my code weaponized with kill switches, autonomous targeting protocols I never designed. He hadn't just stolen it, he had perverted its very soul. Horror mixed with resolve. This wasn't theft, it was perversion. Then let's destroy him with the truth, Mira whispered. Plans shifted, not just reclaim my invention, but dismantle his evil. As we closed the drive, a chill ran through me. We were in deep now, no turning back. The fight had evolved from personal to global, with stakes that could shatter everything. I started a hidden lab with Gloria, tucked in an old factory Ronan owned. Our goal, build Valiant, a superior core that outshone Jacob's stolen mess. Clean, efficient, unhackable. We worked in shifts, circuits humming under dim lights. This will prove it's mine, I said, soldering late into night. Gloria tested algorithms, her focus sharp. And save the world from his version. Progress came fast, Valiant optimized energy like a living brain, adapting in real time. Excitement built, pushing back the fear. But shadows lingered. Jacob's launch loomed. One evening, as we calibrated, security footage flickered on our monitor, a drone hovering outside the window, red light blinking like an eye. Veil Dynamics logo clear. My heart stopped. He's watching. Gloria froze. How did he find us? The lab was supposed to be invisible, off-grid. Had we been sloppy? We killed the lights, huddling in darkness. The drone scanned, then buzzed away. We move tomorrow, I whispered. But doubt crept, was Ronan leaking? Mira? Trust frayed. Valiant was our hope, but now hunted. As sirens wailed distant, I clutched the prototype. This fight was real, and blood might spill, staining our path with irreversible consequences. Jacob's men raided the lab at midnight, boots thundering like a storm. Alarms blared as doors crashed open. Grab everything, one shouted. Gloria and I bolted, duffel bag with the prototype slung over my shoulder. We dashed through back alleys, hearts racing. Flashlights swept behind us, close. This way. Gloria gasped, pulling me into shadows. We hid behind dumpsters, breath held as they passed. Safe for now. Back at our safe house, I unzipped the bag. Empty. No, I whispered, panic rising. The prototype gone. When? Gloria checked footage on her phone. A figure in black, hours before the raid, slipping in and out. Inside job. My blood ran cold. The raid wasn't to find the prototype, it was a diversion to cover the theft. Betrayal again, like a punch to the gut. Who? Ronan? Mira? My mind spun. Without Valiant, we had nothing. I paced, rage boiling. Jacob thought he'd won, but this fueled me. We'll rebuild, Gloria said, eyes fierce. But doubt whispered, how, with traitors close? Morning light revealed the rip in the bag, deliberate cut. Someone took it during chaos. The hunt was on, deeper into danger, where every step echoed with peril. I suspected Ronan immediately. His offers too perfect, his knowledge too deep. I confronted him in his penthouse, storming past security. You stole the prototype. I accused, slamming the door. Ronan sipped whiskey, calm. Nick, paranoia doesn't suit you. But my eyes caught at Jacob's engraved watch on his wrist, a gift from a deal I remembered. Explain that, I demanded. He glanced down, smirk fading. A coincidence. Lies. The watch was a limited edition piece Jacob gave his inner circle. You're playing both sides, I said, voice low. Ronan stood, towering. You think you can waltz in here, accuse me? You're not ready for the real game, kid. His words stung, echoing Jacob's dismissals. I turned to leave, but he grabbed my arm. Jacob is bigger than you know. Join me properly, or get crushed. I yanked free. I'd rather burn alone. Outside, rain poured, matching my fury. Ronan was dirty feeding Jacob info for a cut? Trust shattered again. But this hardened me. No more alliances. Gloria waited, worried. What now? We go solo, I said. The watch proved it, betrayers everywhere. The real fight began, fierce and unforgiving in its isolation. Mira secretly contacted me through a burner phone. I'm pretending to work for Jacob now, she whispered. Leaking from inside. Relief washed over me finally, an edge. We met in a foggy park, hoods up. He's paranoid, she said. But I have access. Files she slipped me showed launch prep, demos, deals, billions flowing. He's unveiling in 10 days, she added. Get ready. My pulse quickened. This was our window. Any sign of the prototype? I asked. Mira shook her head. He's hiding it deep. We planned hacks, exposures. But fear nagged Myra's loyalty. After Ronan, doubt poisoned everything. Was this another setup? Was she earning his trust by selling me out? As we parted, rain slicked the paths. Trust me, she said. I nodded, but inside, walls rose. Back home, Gloria and I pored over data. Valiant rebuild started from scraps. 10 days to counter. Tension built like a coiled spring. Jacob's empire loomed, but cracks showed. This info was gold. As night fell, I stared at the ceiling. The unveiling would be his peak and my strike. But if Mira betrayed us, it was over, a fatal plunge into oblivion. I planned to expose Jacob live at the Global Tech Summit. We'll hack the screens, show the forgeries, I told Gloria. She nodded, but worry creased her face. We built a virus, simple and sharp, to override his presentation. Mira fed coordinates, his speech slot, security gaps. Sneak in as staff, she advised. Days blurred in prep coding, disguises, contingencies. Excitement mixed with dread. This was it, my invention reclaimed, his lies bare. Investors, media, world leaders their perfect stage for his fall. Gloria tested the hack. It works. But she grabbed my arm. You're walking into a trap. He might know. Her words chilled me. After the raid, paranoia ruled. No choice, I said. This ends now. This wasn't just about my name. It was about stopping those weapons before they shipped. We hugged, her warmth a reminder of stakes beyond tech lives, futures. As Summit Eve arrived, I donned a tech uniform, heart thumping. The plan: cue the virus mid-speech, flood screens with proof. Walk out a hero. But doubt whispered, what if he sees me coming? The arena buzzed ahead, a lion's den waiting, hungry for blood and spectacle. I sneaked into the summit as a stage tech, badge fake but flawless. The hall thrummed with elites, lights glaring. Jacob took the stage, confident, unveiling his core. This changes everything, he boomed, slides flashing my stolen designs. I crouched behind controls, fingers on the trigger. Heart hammered. Now. I hit enter. But nothing. Screen stayed his. Panic surged. Then Jacob paused, smirking at the camera. Hello, Nick. He knew. Gasps rippled. Security lights flashed on me. The thief returns, Jacob said, voice dripping venom. Guards rushed. I bolted, dodging hands, but they cornered me. You think you can hack me? Jacob laughed from stage. The audience murmured, confused. My plan crumbled like ash. He had anticipated my every move, turning my own strategy against me. Dragged off, I shouted, "It's mine." He stole it. But booze drowned me. In the back room, alone, humiliation burned. How? Mira? Gloria? Betrayal everywhere. The summit continued, his triumph sealed. But rage ignited. This wasn't the end. I'd find another way. As doors locked, I vowed, he'd pay double, with interest compounded in pain. In the holding room, I slammed my fists on the table until they bled, rage echoing off walls. Jacob had outplayed me again, turning my attack into his defense. Screens outside played a doctored video, me stealing files, looking like a bitter ex. The audience ate it up. My name, mud forever. I was trapped, publicly executed. Door burst open. Gloria, breathless, laptop clutched. They didn't delete everything. We have one last shot. Hope sparked. She plugged in, pulling hidden backups. Mira slipped me this before the summit. Files loaded, the real truth, unedited. But one stood out, a drive labeled Valiant Final, buried in Jacob's private vault. "That's the stolen prototype," I whispered. Gloria nodded. "If we get it, we prove everything. Escape first." We slipped out a side vent, hearts racing. Outside, chaos reigned, media swarming. "The vault's in HQ," Gloria said. "We break in tonight." Resolve hardened. This was desperation's edge. Failure meant prison, success, vengeance. As night fell, we geared up. The heist loomed, riskier than ever, a razor wire of hope and peril. We broke into Veil Dynamics HQ under moonless sky, black clothes blending with shadows. Lasers crisscrossed halls, cameras watched every corner. I disabled one with a jammer Mira taught me. "Quiet," Gloria whispered. We navigated vents, sweat dripping. Guards patrolled below, radios crackling. One close call, footsteps halted inches away. Heart in throat, we pressed on. The vault room loomed, door like a fortress. Gloria hacked the panel, fingers flying. "Got it." Door hissed open. Inside, files glowed on shelves. But Jacob waited, arms crossed, smirk wide. "Predictable, Nick." Shock froze me. "How?" He laughed. "Myra's loyal to me. Always was." Betrayal stabbed deep. The summit, the escape, Myra's help, it was all a script he wrote. The jammer she gave me likely had a tracker. The setup clear, Mira fed us lies, led us here. "You walked right in," he said, pulling a remote. "Alarms would seal us." Gloria lunged for the drive, but he blocked. "Valiant is mine now." Fury boiled. This man, my mentor, a thief in suit. The room tensed, escape narrowing. One chance left, slim as a knife's edge in the dark. Jacob blocked the vault door, remote in hand. "You're trapped," he sneered. "Police en route." Gloria and I exchanged glances, fight or fold. I charged, tackling him. We crashed into shelves, papers flying. He swung, fist connecting with my jaw, pain exploding. "You were nothing without me," he yelled. Gloria grabbed the Valiant drive, slipping it into her pocket. "Got it." Jacob shoved me off, lunging for her. I tripped him, buying time. Alarms blared suddenly, he'd clicked the remote. Doors locked with a thud. Red lights flashed. "No escape," he growled, rising. Panic surged, but resolve held. Gloria hacked a side panel. "Vent override go." We scrambled in as guards pounded outside. Jacob clawed at my leg, but I kicked free, my boot connecting with his face. The satisfaction was brief. "This isn't over," he roared. Crawling through ducts, hearts pounding, we emerged outside. Sirens wailed close. We ran into night, drive secure. Proof in hand. But Jacob's words echoed, he wasn't done. The war escalated, into realms of unrelenting fury and loss. We escaped into shadows, but Jacob's face haunted me smug even in defeat. Back at Hideout, we plugged in the drive. Files confirmed, my original code, twisted for drones. "We upload this," Gloria said. "Expose him." But Jacob clicked another remote in my mind. Had he booby-trapped? Suddenly, my phone rang. Unknown. "Nick," his voice chilled. "You think stealing back changes anything? You're not leaving this time." "How?" "Trackers?" We scanned the drive, clean. The tracker must be on us. On the bag. On Gloria. But outside, engines roared. His men. "Run!" I yelled. We bolted, files copied to cloud mid-flight. Bullets whizzed past. Gloria tripped, I pulled her up. "Keep going." We hid in alleys, breath ragged. Sirens joined the chase. Jacob's reach endless. "He owns the city," Gloria gasped. Resolve burned. This drive was dynamite. As we evaded, I hit upload. Truth spreading. But danger closed. One wrong turn and done, our dreams extinguished in a hail of fire. Pursuit intensified, tires screeching. I distracted while Gloria uploaded from her phone. "Almost there," she said. Jacob's voice echoed from a speaker, his car close. "Give up, Nick." He rammed our path. I swerved, but he clipped us. Crash spun the world. Dazed, I grabbed Gloria. "Run." We fled on foot. He followed, gun drawn. "The drive," he demanded. Gloria tossed it decoy. Real upload continued. Cornered in a warehouse, he aimed. "You were my best pupil." Shame. Betrayal peaked. "You taught me to fight," I said. Distraction worked. Upload complete. News alerts buzzed, veil exposed. He faltered. Gunshot rang. Gloria dropped, blood blooming. Horror froze me. "No." I cradled her. She wasn't just my partner, she was the only one who never wavered, my only anchor. She whispered, "Finish it." Jacob fled as sirens neared. Silence fell, broken only by my sobs. Her sacrifice fueled rage. The world now knew his crimes, but at what devastating cost. I cradled Gloria as life faded, her eyes dimming. "Promise, expose him fully," she breathed. Then gone. Grief crushed me, but upload succeeded. News outlets blasted Jacob's forgeries, weapon deals live. Stocks tanked, investors fled. I buried her quietly, vowing, "Your death will mean something." The funeral was a blur of rain and anger. Police hunted Jacob, but he vanished. Days blurred in hiding. Mira called fake loyalty shattered. He's underground. But I know where. Old lab in the hills. Trust gone, but info vital. Why help now? Guilt, she said. Gloria's blood on my hands too. I didn't believe in her guilt, but I believed in her fear of Jacob. I agreed, wary. Drove alone, mind replaying her fall. The lab loomed dark. Inside, echoes of my past. Jacob's hideout confirmed, papers scattered. But empty. Trap? No clues to his escape. Grief turned to steel. This wasn't end, pursuit began, relentless as the void she left behind. Jacob's empire collapsed overnight, headlines screaming fraud. Veil Dynamics shuttered, assets frozen. I emerged from shadows, Valiant ready. Launched Valiant Industries Clean Energy, no weapons. The world, eager for a hero after the scandal, embraced it. World hailed me as integrity's symbol. But grief lingered, Gloria's absence a hole. At her grave, I whispered updates. We're winning. Months passed, company soared. Billions flowed ethically. We were changing the world, just as I'd planned. But a red envelope arrived, no sender. I'm not done. Jacob's handwriting. Chill ran down. He lurked, plotting comeback. Security tightened, but fear gnawed. Mira vanished, too, ally or foe. Resolve built. I'd end this, no matter the shadows it cast over my soul. The envelope burned in my hand, a threat from the grave. Jacob, in hiding, launched cyber attacks on Valiant. Servers crashed, factories burned from accidents. Rumors spread I was the fraud again. Stock dipped, trust wavered. He's destroying us from shadows, I told board. He was using my own tactics against me. But he was desperate, and I was focused. Traced attacks to shell companies his. Quietly, I flipped script. Used profits to buy them out, one by one. Lawyers worked magic, anonymous bids. I drained his resources, choked his supply lines, and bought his debt. He didn't see coming. Last one signed, his core holdings. Now mine. Vengeance sweet, but careful. He thought he owned the game. I changed rules, rewriting the board in my favor. Attacks peaked, virus named Project Requiem infected everything. It mourned my death. Jacob's signature arrogance. But buys completed. I owned his shells. Revealed publicly, Valiant acquires Veil remnants. Media frenzy. His hiding cracked. Traced to a bunker. Confrontation time. I walked into old boardroom, now mine. The same room I was dragged from. He sat in his chair, defeated, eyes hollow. How? He croaked. You taught me, I said, sliding termination notice. Effective immediately, you're fired. He snarled, you think you've won? I leaned in, my voice cold. No. I just stopped losing. He lunged, security dragged him. Cameras flashed outside, internet exploded with justice, a wave that drowned his legacy forever. Firing Jacob went viral, clips everywhere. Betrayed genius fires thief mentor. Shares skyrocketed. But he screamed threats as they hauled him, this isn't over. Prison awaited, fraud charges piling. Valiant thrived, innovation free. I announced open patents, no more theft. It was a risk, but it was the only way to honor Gloria's belief in a better world. Dedicated to Gloria. Her memory drove me. But peace fragile. Mira returned with a file. Jacob wasn't alone. Heart sank. She looked terrified, not triumphant. She had one last card to play, one final secret to secure her own freedom. More layers. The fight continued, burrowing deeper into the abyss of deceit. Myra's file revealed Jacob's partner, a senator funding illegal military tech. Bribes, deals, all tied. This was the root. The weaponization wasn't just Jacob's greed, it was a state-sponsored conspiracy. Expose them, she urged. We leaked proof, scandal erupted. Senator resigned, arrested. Jacob's cell got company. I visited him in prison, bars between. You ruined me, he spat. You ruined yourself, I replied. His expensive suit was gone, replaced by an orange jumpsuit. He looked small. He whispered, you'll end up like me. I smiled. No. I learned from you what never to become. Walked out, free, the weight of victory settling like chains lifted. Exposure finished them, trials, convictions. Valiant became beacon for honest tech. I mentored young inventors, sharing lessons hard-won. No more betrayals on my watch. I created a foundation in Gloria's name, ensuring that bright minds were protected, not preyed upon. Legacy built on trust, not theft. But reflections lingered: Jacob's fall, Gloria's sacrifice. They shaped me. I won, but the cost was immense. The victory felt hollow some nights, the boardroom colder without her. World changed, clean energy widespread, my core powering hope, illuminating paths I never imagined possible. I stepped into sunrise, reporters shouting. The betrayed genius who rose, burned, and rebuilt. Jacob rotted in cell, empire dust. His name became a cautionary tale in business schools. My invention saved worlds, not destroyed them. The Valiant core was now the global standard, and because it was open source, innovation flourished everywhere. Legacy secure. Final thought: betrayal forges strength. It's a terrible, painful fire, but it burns away naivety and leaves only steel. I turned pain to power, bought his world, ended his reign. True victory, etched in the scars of survival and triumph.